You're with us here on a fresh new edition of Closing Bell. We are coming to you live from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal studios. I'm Prashant. With me, my colleagues Reema and Surabhi. Guys, hi.
Hi.
Quiet day. Not making much headway, I guess. Prashant, everyone's wondering, Monday started off with such a bang. It was all about conquering the old highs, but then it's kind of muddling along after that.
And today is a bit of a holding pattern, right? Not it's kind of random. I mean, at least the Nifty is not doing very much. Down 10, up 20. I mean, it's been that way since the morning, and this is something which was looking. The SGX, for example, was indicating 30-point higher start. We got a 50-point higher start, and then the market came down immediately, and then it's been muddling along. So not very much in terms of insights or anything that you'll be able to have from the price action so far. So neither here nor there. 18,290, 18,300 or so is where the Nifty is at. I just want to say one thing. I mean, there is, for 3 or 4 days now, on the upside, what has contributed pretty well for the market has been Reliance and a bunch of banks. I mean, the composition of the banks changes. Yesterday, both the big gainers and the losers were banks. But, I mean, banks have sort of made their presence felt on the upside for 3 or 4 days in a row, along with Reliance, which is actually participating a little bit, 0.5% or so, not very much. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Financials, banks up there. ITC was a big drag yesterday, one of the top drags yesterday. That is participating on the upside as well. There is, of course, the Karnataka elections which are going on. The voting is on. Later, post 5 or 6 p.m., we'll get the exit poll results. And then around US market time, we'll get the core CPI data for the month of April in US. And those are the two big triggers which I think is perhaps keeping the market a little subdued. Wait and watch. Let's get the data and then react to it once you have the full facts. That is going to be tomorrow. Reema, hi.
Hi, but whenever we had these big events, the markets never reacted, either before or after. And when we were least expecting it, the markets, and without any trigger, we saw the markets run up. So yes, we've got that big inflation print. Let's see how the markets react. Domestically, we're going to be watching out for L&T and Dr. Reddy's. These two report their numbers post-market hours, and both the stocks have slipped ahead of numbers. So L&T and Dr. Reddy's today are at the day's low. Dr. Reddy's down 1.25%, and L&T slipped close to about 0.7%. Pull up that intraday chart, and you would see that slide. Outside of the index, it's the PSU banks, the mid-cap banks, which are sulking quite a bit. PNB down 4%, 8% gone in the last 3 days. UCO Bank has slipped 1.5%, 5% lower for the week. Bank of Maharashtra, Union Bank, across the board, many of these banks are selling off quite rapidly. And it's not stopped yet, right? This has been going on for the last 2-3 days now. Yes,
and this is because of what we've been discussing all along, the expected credit loss provisioning norms, which are not yet final, as in, we don't have an exact implementation timeline, but eventually the RBI will probably move the system to it. And, in anticipation of the higher provisioning, we're seeing the pressure on the PSU banks. But just back to some more movers and shakers, a lot of the reactions today are very, very news or earnings specific. One example would be Latent View. Now that stock is down about 11% as we speak. That's a very negative result reaction that's come in. On the upside, I mean, you have a PSU like a Shipping Corporation of India, which is up about 6-7%. Mahanagar Gas is seeing some follow-through buying. We spoke with management as well today. So it's all very, very stock-specific, very news or earnings specific. That's the overall market. The advance decline ratio is very even, Stephen, almost neck to neck right now between the advances and the declining stocks. So that's the picture. There we go. The lines are coming up. So good fight between the bulls and the bears. We'll